no sex and I don't need a clown. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. So there ain't no need in your hanging around just to make a hit with that chick. I tried to get a Cadillac right quick. The man at the place looked so strange. I had $900 and some change. We disagreed. I tried to plead. I said I ain't no chicken and I don't need your feed. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. And brother, you crawling way past your speed. Up. I tried to get away, but I was too slow. He caught me and took all of my dough. I heard him shout as he cut out. You ain't lost nothing, what you crying about? Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. And he took my watch and I passed out. I woke up in the arms of a big cop. Police station, next stop. The judge swung his fist down. Plunk, plunk, $20 fine 'cause you're drunk. Dig up the dough and you can go. And all I had was a buffalo. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. But I sure better get me some more.
Okay, welcome back to Shall We Dance? My name is Steve. This is Michelle. Today's dance will be the swing. So we're going to begin as we usually do from the very beginning and then give you an intermediate step and work our way up from there. Now, a few things you'll need to know about the swing is we're teaching you triple time East Coast swing, and this will fit a lot of the top 40 music that you may go out there and encounter, as well as some of the music that we're playing here. So, without further ado, here we go with the swing. Gentlemen, what we need to do is we need to start off with our left foot, and ladies, we need to start off with our right foot. And the very beginning step in this triple time swing is actually a chassé, or a triple step to the man's left and a triple step to the lady's right. So we begin with our left foot free, guys. Ladies with our right foot free. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now at this point your right leg will be free, the lady's left leg will be free, and we do 1, 2, 3. And then we need to put in what we call a back rock. Now what a back rock is a change of weight from one foot to the other. So you do a rock, step. Okay? So once again we have left 2, 3, right 2, 3, and then a rock, step. And we're going to do that a few times with you, or for you. Do it along with us. This does take a lot of practice. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, rock, step. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, rock, step. So now you have your basic rhythm to the swing and the basic step. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to show you the dance hold for the swing. Now you may notice today we're a little bit more casual than usual, and we're standing kind of forward. This is the way you dance the swing. So when you're dancing swing, you don't have to stand up all prim and proper. You can actually relax and be forward. The right hand goes to the lady's shoulder blade. Ladies, your left hand will take the man's bicep, and generally the elbow will drop down, creating sort of a nice lock position. Okay? That's what happens on the right side. On the left side, the man's thumb will be on top of the lady's hand. The fingers are on holding her palm. So that's our standard dance hold. Now, when we're dancing swing, we don't want to appear mechanical. So when you're first starting this out, you may actually feel and look like you're doing this. Now that's a very mechanical look. And a lot of people start off this way because they're just learning their footwork. Okay, to take it out of that zone, we have a little analogy we use. It's like shoveling snow, for example, something I'm sure we've all done this season, okay? You lean into the snow pile with your first 3 steps, you throw the snow up on the next 3, you straighten up on the rock, and then you're back into the snow pile, throw it up, and then rock step. So what happens is, instead of having this look, which again is a very stiff mechanical look, it puts a little bit more animation into it. 1 and 2, 2 and 2, rock. 1 and 2, 2 and 2, rock. And that's really how you want to dance any of your dances, with a nice relaxed look, okay? Now, the other thing about the swing, and with the basic step, is as we're doing our basic step, we rotate clockwise. So while we're dancing our basic, we don't keep it in place like this. It's a good way to start. But what happens is you start to go around and around, okay? And this particular direction will eventually lead you into other moves, which we're going to discuss today. Okay, that's the right turn, or a good way to remember it is the clockwise turn. Then there's the counterclockwise turn, which simply goes in the other direction. And again, this particular direction now is used for other moves as well, things like throwouts, swivels, etc. Now, we have our basic step, and we have our basic frame, and we know what style of dancing we're doing. What we need to do next is to show you some variations. In this case, we're going to begin with the release break, and then we're going to go into an alternating underarm turn. Before we break it down, we'll demonstrate it for you. We do the basic move, rotating clockwise, half a basic, releasing the woman, letting her go through, and then the man goes through, and then we connect again on the basic step. So once again, we do a rotating basic step, releasing the lady on the first 3, pulling her underneath, and then the man goes underneath. Okay, and that is our release break with both partners turning or alternating turns. Now, Michelle and I will dance it for you in slow motion so you can see exactly what occurs here. We're going to take and do the first part of the step, the basic. Triple step. Now we're going to want to sort of spin around a little bit. So triple step. At this point, we're still together. Now I take the lady in for another triple, 1, 2, 3, and on this next triple, I'm going to release my right hand hold, and I'm going to sort of push away with my left hand, and she's going to match my resistance, 1, 2, 3. And what happens there is you create what we call an open break, or a release action. Then we both do our rock step, rock, rock. Okay, take another look at that. We have our circular basic, triple step, and our rock step. 3 with the lady, and then push and release. Now, once you've achieved this release position, what we need to do here, men, we need to take our left hand, very loose hold, by the way, bring it over the lady's head, across our chest, over her head, like so, with 1, 2, 3. And then you can see I leave the arm up there because we're both in the middle of our step. Now, as Michelle completes her turn, I go underneath, 1, 2, 3, and then we rock. 1, 2. So once again, just from that position, a little different view of it. She does a back rock with her right foot. Men, you're doing a back rock with your left. We do the 1, 2. Now I'm going to lift and create a dome-like shape over Michelle's head. 1, 2, 3. And as she goes through and completes her turn, the man sneaks through that. And then we rock, step. And again, one more look at it. From the rock, we go. 1, 2, create a dome. Man goes through and rock, step. Okay, now we'll dance it for you at a relatively normal speed. Basic step, release break, lady goes, man goes, back to the basic. And again, basic step. There's that release action, guys. Ladies come through, men go through, rock, step, and back to our basic. Okay, and so we have our first variation, the release break with the alternating turns. The next variation we want to show you now is a throw out, okay? And the way this works, we take the same basic move. Instead of going clockwise, we're going to rotate counterclockwise. So we're going to do the basic step in the clockwise direction. Rock, step. Now right here, man, what you want to do, it's like if you had a bat and you were going to swing to hit a ball. It's kind of like the same action. You're going to turn to the left, and then here you're going to release the partner, and you're going to do a rock step. and that gives us our throw out. So once again, you see the change of direction between the right turn, and now there's our left turn, and the rock step. Okay, so one more time with that, we have the basic action, the rotation to the left, and rock step. Now what we're going to do at this point is we're going to put in a swivel for you, okay? The count we're going to use is triple step, slow, slow, 1, 2, 3, 4, or quick, 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 quick. It will look like this. This is without the break on it. Here's the triple step in, throw out. Now we have slow, slow, quick, 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 and you're back together. And then you may go back into the rotation to the right, throw the lady out, and slow, slow, quick, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that's a throw out with a slow and quick swivel. Now we'll break that action down for you. As we said, men, once you've achieved your basic step and rotated to the right, you do your rock, rock, step. Now take the upper body and abruptly turn it to the left as you triple step in place. Triple step. And what happens is the man basically stays in one spot, but he makes the lady rotate away from him. As he gets to that 4, 5, 6, or the second triple, he's going to turn his left wrist 1, 2, 3, very much in the same manner you might turn a doorknob. And what that does, see, if I turn the wrist back, see how that Michelle responds to it? I turn and she returns away. Now this is not a real heavy action, okay? It doesn't have to be real powerful, guys. Gentle turning of the wrist will achieve the same thing, okay? So once again, getting to that point, we have the basic step. Here's our throwaway. Now that's where that wrist turn occurs. Now, as we go into our swivel action, the thing you want to think about, it's like stepping on something and grinding it out, okay? Let's use the example of a cigarette. Throw it down, step on it, grind it out. What happens is the man stays firm, the lady goes slow, and then slow. Those are our two slows. Now she's facing me. Now we go into our quick, quick action. Quick, 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 and then we connect going back to our basic. So let us review. We have our circular basic, our throwaway action, now slow, slow, quick, 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 triple, triple, rock. And one more look at it. Throwaway action, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, triple step, rock, step. Now, one of the things that you can't see on your TV screen is what the connection that we have here with my left to Michelle's right arm. And what we're doing essentially is when we're doing this action, I'm pulling back from my elbow and Michelle is pulling back from her elbow. So if we accidentally release, I'm going to accidentally release, what would happen is we would both sort of fly back away from each other. So you have to be real careful not to lean too far back, because in the event of a hand slip, you end up flying across the room and we don't want you to get hurt. So once again, you have that resistance there once she's turned around. Then as he turns you, ladies, slow, slow. Right there, you really establish the connection. Quick, 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 and we're back together. Okay, and you can tell here, Michelle is using some arm style. If you're, the rule with arm style is when you first start, it feels a bit strange. So if it feels strange for you, you can take your hand and you can put it on your hip. Michelle, you want to demonstrate that? Here we go. I'm going to bring you into it from the basic. We do basic action. Now here, when I turn around, she can put her hand right there on her hip. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and it looks nice. Nice save arm style. You don't have to get too carried away with it. All right, so let's link up those two patterns. We have the basic step circular, the release break, ladies underarm, man's underarm, back to our circular basic, throwaway action, swiveling in, swiveling, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and we're out of there. Back step, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, rock. Okay, so those moves should help you out in any immediate dance situations. These next couple of moves are going to get a little more difficult, a little more interesting. First, we're going to do the 4 walks back with the taps and shimmy. Then we're going to go into the back-to-back kicks, okay? This triple time music does work out very well to just about any top 40 music. also to country music. So it does work if you are a country music fan. All right, so we're going to show you, first of all, the 4 walks back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we tap and close, tap and close, tap and close, and tap and close, and rock, step. Let's break the move down. We do 3 steps of our left basic, 3 steps of our right basic, no turn. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now right here, I've got the woman's right side in my right hand here, or I'm sorry, left side in my right hand. I flip that wrist out a bit to open her out, to let her know we're going to walk back. Between that position and the arm, we walk back 4 walks, closing on the 4th one. Okay, so let's go through that one more time. We go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, close. Now, we're going to take our left foot, men, and we're going to tap. And the lady is also going to tap, but with her right foot. When you're tapping on the floor, it's like knocking on somebody's door, but with your foot. You tap, pull it back. Same position, tap. You're going to pull it back this time and turn to face your partner. You're going to notice your feet will stay apart. The lady will now tap between your feet as you tap outside her feet. And then we tap between her feet as she taps outside ours, and then we rock. So now we'll take the whole move again from the top. We have the basic action. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap, 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 rock, and basic action. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap, 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 and rock, step. Good. Now, once you have the move down, you may want to start dressing it up a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in what we call a shoulder shimmy, okay? Here's what that will look like. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, travel, 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 tap, tap, shimmy, shimmy. Good. This time I'll have Michelle face you. Excuse my back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, shimmy, shimmy, rock, step, and back to the basic. Okay? The only way to describe a shimmy, as it takes a little while to get it down, is like shivering. When you're really cold, just kind of shoulder to shoulder. You only can do that in this move when you're facing each other. So it's like 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Right. So you may want to practice that. If, on the other hand, you find you're not that adventurous, leave it out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, no shimmy. Oh, okay, shimmy and rock step. And it works out real well, even if she shimmies and he does not, okay? So that's our 4 walks and shimmy. Now we're going to go on into our back-to-back kick. All right, and on our back-to-back kick, this is what this looks like. Basic step, turning, double kicking, and rocking. Different angle look. Turning, kicking, and out of there. Yes. And one last look at it before we break it down. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, kick, kick. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2. Okay, I believe we're ready to break that one down. Let's get our teaching music ready. We're going to be using that any moment now. So we're going to start with the triple step, men. Bump, ba-dump, bump, ba-dump, bump, bump. As you begin the next 3 steps, remember that wrist twist action we spoke of earlier? It's the same thing here. We're going to do 3 steps, turning our wrist. Watch what happens. The lady starts to turn. Now, we complete the turn into each other. Once we get here, the ideal position would be to catch the hand and leave it forward. Then you should be standing on your right leg if you're the man, on your left leg if you're the lady. Simply take the free foot, double kick towards the floor, kick, kick, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. One more look at it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here's that wrist twist. The double kick. Good. And now we'll just use a basic to turn around and give you another view of it. This is what the guys are doing. Dun, dun, bump, ba-dump, bump, ba-dump. One more. Bump, ba-dump, bump, ba-dump. Kick, kick, bump, ba-dump, bump, ba-dump. Rock, step, and back to our basic. Now we're going to proceed to linking all this stuff up before we do it with music. So let's recap. Basic step, turning to the right. Release, break. Alternating turn. Lady goes, man goes. Basic step. Throwaway action to swivels. Four walks and four taps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally, basic step. Back to back with kicks. Kick, kick, out. Rock, step, basic. Okay, now we're going to put it to the music for you. Let's have our music. And okay, so those are some swing basic and intermediate steps. And while we tell you about places to dance, we can set up our bolero music. Next week we'll be doing the bolero. So we're going to start out by demonstrating that today. But before we do that, if you are interested in looking for places to go out dancing, of course, we keep mentioning them. We do have a hall the first Friday of each month, Myronis Park Hall in Shrewsbury. If you're looking for disco stuff, the IACC Club on Lake Avenue, late night Saturday. We also have a website, which Michelle's going to tell us about. It's at
www.shallwedance-ma.tripod.com.
Okay, we're going to try that one more time. So it was
www.shallwedance-ma.tripod.com.
okay, and I told a few people we'd say hello to them. People at White City Pizza, people at Rayco. Hello, keep watching. Guys, I know if you watch, you're going to learn. Just a matter of sticking with it, okay? All right, the program is on
It's on Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 9:30, Thursdays at 5, and Friday morning at 11:30.
and we also have it on now in,
Oh, Shrewsbury, Mondays at 5 o'clock.
so if you're in Shrewsbury, welcome aboard. We hope to see you again. Okay, we're going to go ahead and dance for you a little bit of bolero before we go on to our advanced step of the day. So if we can have the bolero music. We should say when you join us next time, that'll be the dance. Bolero, the dance of love, right there next to rumba. Now, before we wrap things up for today, we want to thank you all for joining us. I know some of you are watching because when we go out sometimes people say, hey, you know, aren't you? And we say no. Okay, anyway, we're going to go ahead with the final step. This is a little more advanced. It will require lots of practice, okay? Any of you that have ever done the twist, this is a good time to kind of remember that. Okay, what we're going to do basically is we're going to swivel one side and then the other. One side and then the other. So the weight is going to be kept off the heels, over the balls of the feet. Okay, and what we're going to essentially do with this is we're going to go into what we call a toe-heel action. 1, 2, and then we're going to go across, and then 2, 2, and across, and then 3, 2, and across, and 4, 2, and across, and a rock step. Now, the way the lady knows she's doing this is the hand hold. See, ordinarily, I've got this hand, of course, back here. The other hand, the thumb is on top. When I take her for this particular move, we take the hold this way, guys, okay? So your thumbs are outside, okay, and up above, and it's palm to palm. We call this a forehand hold, believe it or not. We do the rock step, 1, 2. We tighten the arms up, and we want to make sure the elbows don't go behind us because then we would collide, okay? So we keep that nice and solid. Then we go in with the left, out with the left, and then across. And then we repeat. In, out, and across. In, out, and across. In, out, and across. And then we rock and replace. Okay? Now we're going to turn Michelle's back to you so you can get a better feeling of what the lady is doing. And then, of course, we'll do the man's from the back break. 1, 2, 1, and 2, 2, and 2, 3, and 2, 4, and 2, and a rock step. And now for the man's. We do the back rock, back break, 1 and 2, 2 and 2, 3 and 2, 4 and 2, and rock step. Now, we don't expect you to go out there and go, okay, want to dance, and then all of a sudden start this. There is a way to get in, and we're running out of time, so we're going to have to go quickly here. Basic step, slide to 2 hands. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 2, a 2, a 3, a 3, a 2, a 3, a 4, 2, a 3, a rock step, and generally an underarm turnout. And before we wrap it up, we want to thank you all for joining us. This week's dance was the swing. If any of you have some young, inspiring gymnasts at home and want them to have some lessons here with Michelle, she can be reached at
the Girls Incorporated, Providence Street.
In Worcester.
In Worcester.
Okay, and it's only for young people, right? Just no adults, in other words. So they got to kind of start that particular activity very young. Okay, so we're going to wrap things up. Again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time with the Bolero. I'm Steve Montori. This is Michelle Nietzsche. We're going to be at the Poise Style and Motion Dance Studio in Shrewsbury, and we're going to wrap it up by dancing for you. Thanks again. Here we go with the music. 5, 6, 7, and...
Walking down the main drag one night, I met a fine chick built just right. She stopped when I flashed my roll. I told her she could have all of my dough. She turned around and with a frown, she said, "This ain't no circus and I don't need a clown. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. Your cash ain't nothing but trash. So there ain't no need in your hanging around just to make a hit with that chick.